We are very pleased to have Rob Anson. Rob is the CEO and chairman of Fobi AI. He brings an impressive track record, having worked on strategic product development for global leaders, including the likes of Amazon and Walmart and Air Canada. However, I believe you will very clearly see from his presentation that Rob's passion lies in founding and building technology startups to address market needs. Fobi is not a newcomer to AI with a deep history using AI, data intelligence, and real-time analytics for its clients, where it deploys a SaaS model using both B2B and resale channels. As you will see in Rob's presentation, Fobi also boasts a marquee list of current clients. Rob, we welcome you and we thank you to today's conference. Over to you.
Good morning, everyone. I'm going to try to catch up on some of the time and break it down so people truly understand what AI means and why it's used today and how it applies to our business. I've heard a lot of great presentations today, and I think some of the key things is really why and what does it mean at the end of the day. For us, when I started this company back in 2017, I was focused on the world of big data. Big data was creating a big challenge and a bottleneck for most organizations. Most operators today live in a world of silos and disjointment. We were looking at how do we provide true real-time connectivity. And with that, I'll use a stadium as one of our partners put it. We live in a Swiss cheese environment. We do not have understanding of our business at a whole core. So we look at our world today in bits and pieces: food and beverage, ticketing, marketing, merchandising, online. They have a plethora of silos within their organization. I looked at building an automated platform that provided true connectivity across the organization, both online and offline. That was the key to our early stage. With the help of AWS and some of our key partners at Apple and Google, we built a connected digital wallet and DMP platform, which is data management. That is really the key for us, was providing real-time connectivity and automation from a data perspective. When we look at the world of applied or vertical AI, as I've heard today, this is where we sort of stand out from most others, as we've grown our models with our enterprise customers, specifically focused around data automation, around, of course, data warehouse projects, and more importantly, how do we unlock and leverage and monetize the world of data? Not from the perspective of selling data, of course, as we hear from Facebook and others, but truly from a business operational perspective around margins of profitabilities, driving recency, frequencies, and spend. Our company has grown very rapidly over the last 2 years since commercializing our products. We now operate in 5 countries through our aggressive M&A strategies. And of course, as we see, we've now gained up to 150 plus countries. We've issued now over 100 million passes, 138 million, actually, in fact. So it shows to the scalability of our products of which we built. Our digital wallet business has grown exponentially over the last 2 years. The relevancy of our product and tech stack by combined applied and vertical AI with machine learning is obviously very ripe and relevant to today's environment. Through COVID, we saw great benefit, as we saw 25 years, I feel, of digital transformation change. So we've caught sort of a wind, I would say, based on our early investment and positioning of going very wide, very long now, and very focused into particular verticals. We do boast a great deal, and here's just a few, of course, window dressing of our partners. And I'd like to take this opportunity to explain how AI is being leveraged and how we're solving problems here. And I'll use this here to start with the Oscars. The Oscars approached us back at the end of 2020. They were looking to develop their own proprietary digital ticketing system. Of course, with that comes a lot of fraud detection, verification for users. We embedded a lot of various other technologies around facial recognition, a lot around NFC, of course, in partnership with Apple at the event. We just start to look at how do we make business as easy as possible. And these safe, secure applications of which we've built provide the utmost in automation and true real-time interoperability, which of course lead to higher security and access, of course, to large-scale events, as we see here with our other partners. I would say that our other key focus for us when we look at the world of security and venue management is with the NASDAQ facility. So using our Alt ID solutions, we provide the world of entry and access across multiple of different venues worldwide now. And NASDAQ being a big focus for us as an early use case partner around access and entry for employees, conferences, floor access to ring the bell, etc. We start to look at where the world is going. And to me, that power engine of big data, machine learning, and now AI will accelerate growth. We will see growth in industries we've never witnessed before. We've seen tremendous uptick already. We've seen more inbound lead generation the first quarter than we saw the previous 2 years. So it speaks to obviously the relevancy and positioning of our product stack. We live in the world of data, of course. I saw the world of wallet being, of course, tied to digital identity, digital currencies as we see the way of the world going. But to me, it became the access channel, the activation channel for venue operators, for game day activation, for NHL teams, access and security as we see for Oscars or NASDAQ. But more importantly, it means to personalization. How do we become a one-to-one? We leverage a lot of account management through chatbots and various engagement platforms that we've built and partners of ours. Of course, how now we look at models now that can be deployed rapidly and truly at scale. We've greatly benefited, as Rob said, from our early channel partnerships of which we built with the likes of NTT Data and TELUS and procurement deals that we secured in them selling our products nationally in their countries within Japan and here in Canada. I think the key here is really agility. Today's marketplace, you need to be able to have an approach of agile, connecting and enhancing existing IT infrastructure and assets has always been key to our product messaging. And I think it's put us in a position of problem solving. Fundamentally, technology has no value to me unless it solves that problem. The problem here has been the world of data and connectivity, and more importantly, application and output. And that's where we are very, very strong with applied AI. And of course, with our vertical AI integrations with our partners, we see here with Mercedes-Benz, Allianz, and AXA aren't mentioned here, but providing that enterprise data solution now for their membership base has been a big part of our business cycle and growth. To get through this quickly, we are SaaS, B2B, as Rob mentioned. We've got very strong channel partners of ours. Of course, white label now with a fully commercialized product has become a very big opportunity for us. And strategic vertical participation is a big one. We've leveraged our technology now to gain ownership in other joint venture opportunities, which enables us to scale very quickly across regions that we don't have existing business of today. I think this is the key one here. There's a lot of great stories, of course, out there. There's a lot of, let's call it ambulance chasing to be nice, out there as well. We've been very, very true to who we are. We've focused on our early days of building out BI and data infrastructure. We've now moved into a marketing tech solution and data intelligence platform. We've commercialized our products, and now we're clipping along here and converting and renewing our enterprise deals. We're at a 90% SaaS model, recurring revenue model, and I'm very happy to report that we are 100% on all of our renewals for our enterprise clients. We see, of course, a growth, very conservative growth forecast based on our renewals and our most recent RFP wins. That put us at a very strong position. Our Q4 at June 30th will come in at cash flow positive. We will beat our forecast and put us in a very strong position of growth moving forward. I think when I look at the focus here of where we go, what's next, we're seeing tremendous growth and upside in travel and tourism, airports, human movement, of course, full of security, data touch points, bringing these together now, utilizing our wallet technology and our best of breed data intelligence to inform security, to enable travelers to have one credential versus dozens of pieces of paper and documentations. Transportation is becoming a very big part of our business as well now, with tremendous growth. We've seen 40% growth in airlines over the last quarter alone. HR management, once again, multitude of different silos from a data standpoint, creating an all-in-one user interface for people to onboard and manage their operations and systems. And once again now, sports entertainment. Sports entertainment has become a very big opportunity, and as to Peter's comments previously here, something we're being dragged into. The digital transformation, future-proofing their businesses, providing true connectivity and real-time activation is a big, important one there. I would say the ESG. ESG is something that is very interesting to me because we live in a world of physical. For many, many years, we've all got physical credit cards in our pockets. We've all got loyalty cards. By means of replacing these, of course, now by leveraging our wallet technology. And as I said, the uptick that we've seen now at 138 million plus users on our platform worldwide speaks, I think, to the volumes of where the world's going. Here in North America, of course, like always, we're a little bit behind, but based on our inbound lead generation and our pipeline, North America is definitely set to not just catch up, but make leaps and bounds forward here in 2024. So I'll leave it there and not try to go too deep into the weeds. I'll open it up for any Q&A, and hopefully I made up a little bit of time on your side, Rob.
Very good. Thank you, Rob. And you are within time, so we will ask you a few questions before we expand into the broader Q&A session. The first question I would have for you is, can you explain the economics behind the digital wallet? You've explained that you are a SaaS company, but could you talk to those economics?
That's a great one. We have a monthly usage fee. So ultimately, we have got monthly usage, and we've got transaction fees built into that. So as the platform grows, the user base grows, obviously the associated revenues grow with that. Now we're seeing great growth as well in transaction models and fees in the retail environments, as we said, in stadiums and airports.
Very good. And there was a question about your expansion in Japan. Could you perhaps update us on that?
Yeah, obviously Japan, very mobile centric. We're seeing a great traction and early uptick here in momentum. There's a few things that I can't speak to that aren't publicly disclosed yet, but Stay tuned for some of the material updates on Japan and others. That it's something that's been very well received. We once again went the way of channel. Obviously, for us, Ian Cameron, our former vice president of marketing, spent 19 years at Epson in Japan. Our relationships, extensive relationships, and procurement deal with entity data has played a big part in it, as well as Dentsu and Hakuhodo, two of the prominent agencies in Japan that have played a big part in our early successes. And data is definitely a challenge in the Japanese marketplace. So we were kind of right place, right time when it comes to a lot of the data opportunities from warehousing to applications.
We're good. And we have just two more quick questions before we drop off or cross over. Could you update us on your 5-year, $10 million contract win with BevWorks?
Yeah, we've collected our fees and payments from BevWorks. I think it's a great opportunity as we look at, we've recently, people are aware of, hired David Nichols, former CMO for Anheuser-Busch, is now leading our beverage alcohol division. We've got, obviously, as we've already reported, data license agreements with Nielsen IQ and many others now that we're exploring from brand manufacturer level. Liquor is where we did start. It's where we cut our teeth in the world of big data and intelligence. So it's something we're very familiar with. And I'm very excited that we've gone back to it in not just in a small way, but with a big splash with someone as competent as David. And obviously the BevWorks fits nicely into that piece. And as I said, stay tuned for a couple other announcements around that from a data perspective with our data exchange, which is a key piece to the business. They don't have access to the insights. So having our Fobi data exchange where they can query and build their own questions and prompts, of course, around the data for marketing attribution and measurement, competitive landscape, sell-through, and the rest of the micro trends that are in the markets today, provides them better clarity and profitability on their margins. And inventory plays a big part of that, of course.
Cool. And then the last question, potentially the toughest and most sensitive question. Do you have a favorite golfer between Nick Taylor and your partner, Adam Hadwin?
That's a great question. Yeah, I got to go with Adam because of his wife, Jessica. They're a great family. Obviously, we've gained a lot of exposure. And for those that don't know, Adam and his agent approached us last year, I guess almost 2 years ago now, about creating their own fan pass. They wanted to take the old player's card, if you will, and create a digital fan club. So we built out a fan pass for Adam. It's gained us great exposure, as you've seen his success. And even with Nick winning, Adam was kind of the big highlight and showstopper there with what happened after the celebration. So it's been a great partnership for us. It's opened up a lot of other doors and avenues with other actors and musicians and stuff that we're working on right now that will launch. And I think it really speaks to the testament of what we built here. We've built an agnostic platform that's really vertically agnostic as well. The same technology is used in 17, 18 different ways right now. So I think it's part of the reason why we've been able to scale so quickly. And now starting to see the success and ramp up here. I think when we look at Adam and Nick and some of these projects that we've done, we've always looked at things from a different lens. How do we create a market differentiator? How do we try new things? Then fail fast, learn, and then, of course, apply to commercialize. Microservices and agility were very key for us early days. As I said, getting into these projects, winning RFPs, and then, of course, servicing. Everything to me is always about service.
Very good. Thank you, Rob.